Should be coming up in a minute.
We're live.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. And we in there. Hey, I'm ready. I'm on. I'm here.
Oh God.
We doing it
Oh,
tonight.
oh God.
My dog back. Y'all see him over there.
Oh God.
Dodgers. We ain't dodging nothing tonight. Nothing will be dodged tonight. Y'all just stay tuned. It's the beginning. We got one person in. I'm letting y'all know it's up. It ain't stuck. None of that, man. Let's
Oh.
man, let's go. I'm ready.
We starting over
Good
here.
evening.
I'm
Really?
ready. My dog back. I'm ready.
Oh my God.
Oh, well,
I'm ready.
this is going to be a long night.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
I need a
Talk
green
about-
tea
How was
shot
y'all
or
weekend?
two.
All right, let's go.
Or three.
Shit. My homeboy ain't here.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, this is going to be a
God.
long night.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with nothing, you
Let's
know.
go.
Hey.
I'm ready.
Can I sip my tea first?
No, let's
Obviously not.
Right.
He came guns blazing tonight.
Ready.
go. We letting it all hang out.
All right. Well,
Please don't.
She said, please don't. Oh,
what's
God.
going on, good people? We are live here in the studio tonight. It's Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. I am your host, Veronica, back with you on this great evening. I have my co-host over here, Victor.
No.
Damn it, boy.
What are you? Who are you tonight, sir?
Some new shades. I'm for now. I'm Dr. Love.
Oh,
First choice,
Oh,
Dr.
God.
Love.
well, okay.
Call me Dr. Love tonight.
Dr. Love is back with us tonight.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Dr. Love. You look so lovely. All right.
Say
Moving,
Let's go.
moving on. Brother Fatine is back with us, WBLS radio station, New York.
Appreciate it. And since he's dealing with a song by First Choice,
Oh
Dr.
my
Love,
goodness.
so we won't put no man asunder tonight. So I'm here with First Choice, another song.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, our girl Destiny is back with us tonight.
Hello. Victor, please. Not tonight.
Oh,
This is my birthday week. I don't have time
you
for
ain't even
that.
give me a chance to say, I give you an early
It
happy
was
birthday.
coming. It was coming.
Coming, but she done
No,
messed it up.
I'm good because
You
Victor got the guns coming, and I ain't got time for that tonight.
Oh,
So
you
in
better
the
be
wrong
ready.
spot then.
You better be
Let's go.
ready.
Oh God, here we go.
It's going down tonight. I feel it already.
I ain't touch you yet.
Ooh, can't touch this.
Oh.
No.
Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? All right. Well, yeah, welcome back, guys. We appreciate each and every one of you out there. We have a special guest in the studio with us tonight. You can't see him. He's back in the cut, but he's always in the comments. And as a matter of fact, he's already in the comments already. But he is here in the studio with us. Mr. Tyrone decided to join us tonight as a live studio guest. So we are happy to have you in here, sir.
Let me tell y'all something. You know, I debate this brother time to time. When I walked in, what's up, brother Fatigue? Gave me that bro hug. I felt that strength in that arm. Okay, he trying to back me up.
I
Okay,
didn't realize he was that tall.
brother Tyrone, he's on, baby. It's on, baby.
That tall.
Glad to have you here, man. It's,
Oh, yeah.
it's always, brother.
Let's go.
All right. So, yeah, what's going on? Hey, Miss Rainey, all the way from Connecticut. White Plains, New York. Yeah. Hello, Miss Rainey. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Miss Ellen. Hey, Stacy. Where's Tracy? The twins got to give the twins a shout out. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate all of you. I can't see who else is on here
Miss
as
Marlene just
as of yet.
popped up.
Hey, Miss Marlene. Hey, Mr. Sammy. Yeah. So let's get right into it. You know, we talk about any and everything here on the show. How was you guys' weekend, first of all?
Oh, you looking over at me? So what did I do? It was a good. I hung out with Voodoo Child and Buddha Rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? Showtime down there off of
Showtime, yeah.
Irby Street. They had a bunch of entertainers, rappers, a couple of singers, but mostly rappers in different ages, male, female, and I had a good time. I really had a good time, and it's good to go places where the love is in the air. My cousin performed. I had a couple of family there, but I had a really good time. And when I spoke with Brother Buddha Rat by text earlier that day. He was like, "You in town?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm in town." He's like, "Come on through." So I came on through, and they showed me love, and I really, really appreciate that. So shout out to that whole, everybody that was there this past Sunday afternoon, evening.
Good deal.
Shouts out for team.
Yes, for Teen moving his way around Florence, South Carolina. Uh-huh.
Trying to meet some young ladies.
Oh, do you have another shout out for someone today that you met?
Oh yeah, so I'm in the sports store in Magnolia Mall, and I walk in, and there's a fan in there, a brother named Carlos, and this brother Carlos went to school with our hostess of the mostest, Sister Veronica. So I called Veronica and put her on the phone with him. And we talked about a couple of things. I nudged Veronica because if I'd have walked in there with the Tangy, oh, that's him now. That's Carlos.
Confirmation.
Hold on, let's see
Carlos.
Carlos. Let's get that.
Confirmation.
That's Carlos. Oh, that Carlos. Okay, is that the person who want to know what size shoe? Put her on hold. I'll be right back.
Ah,
See,
Mr.
oh
Hands,
God.
But anyway, and I put him on the phone, and hopefully we might be able to do some business. We get some Tangy tea paraphernalia.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Well, and shouts out to Carlos. I'm telling you, people who we don't think watch the show is actually watching us. So, shouts out to everyone who is watching Tangy Tea of Life behind the scenes. We appreciate y'all as well. Even though you don't comment, you don't let it be known that you're watching. But yeah, shouts out to you. You all out there. My girl Destiny, what's up with you? How was your weekend?
Girl, weekend was busy. I, started working and I got recognized at work from the podcast.
Okay.
Took a picture with the young lady. She was like, "I know you." And took a picture, posted it. Come to find out, she's married to my cousin. She knows Veronica. It's just a lot. But weekend was good. I mean, I was working, but I partied at the same time, and the Murdaugh son came through.
Oh.
Yeah, the surviving son, and it was kind of crazy, but we had a good night. He was a good vibe.
Okay.
That's nice. That's interesting.
Yeah,
He was in the house, huh?
He was in the house,
Wow.
and they were loving him, so
That's good.
I kept
He
my
didn't do
distance.
nothing.
I hope you ain't working this weekend because this is your big 25th birthday.
Yes, the 25th.
38th.
25th.
38th.
Yes.
38th.
Oh, 38.
I requested both Friday and Saturday off because
Well, you better have a good
I'm going to
weekend.
let my hair down.
You better have a good weekend.
Oh,
That's all I'm
definitely
gonna say.
will.
Yes.
You okay?
Definitely
know?
will.
All right.
It's always a blessing when we're able to celebrate a birthday. So live it
Yes,
up.
yes, yes. Thank
Not
y'all.
mad at you.
Don't put nothing in the oven.
Dr. Love.
I had a good weekend. It seemed like when I go out, it's always something crazy happen. But I was at the beach this weekend for my homeboy birthday party, and I was in the neighborhood Walmart in Myrtle Beach, and I must have been looking some kind of way.
You sure was.
And
You
I had my hands on the buggy like this, and this older lady came up and did like this and was putting lotion on my hands. So
Oh
she
my
said-
gosh.
She said I was, I shouldn't be out like that.
No
Ooh.
way.
So,
Mm.
shouts out to, I might be a little ashy now,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Victor is strictly, I have so much respect for him. I mean, I wouldn't do what he does, but that's, of course, I'm not him. But you are definitely a country boy, man. And that's, I mean, sandals with white socks all the way to the kneecap,
You had that
different
on?
colors.
Oh, you ain't see the picture?
Yeah, he wore that.
Oh, my
His hands was ashy that matched the white socks he had on.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not, but that's who Victor is. But see, the bottom line is you still get Victor.
Yeah.
And see, that's the bottom line. It's who you are. It's not what you wear. I wouldn't be caught dead in that. But anyway, so.
Oh, wow. You wore that in Walmart?
Man,
They should have locked him
I
up.
am who
But
I am. You know what I'm saying? I went to a party. You know what I'm saying? It was a little
what I
luau
say.
party, and
Let me see.
you know,
Quite interesting. Oh. What? I said quite interesting. Your outfit.
I don't want to spit that out.
Okay. Well,
Wait a minute. I watched this thing. Would you go out with a man dressed like that? I didn't.
wait a minute.
Wait,
Go
would
to
you
his
go?
page.
Would you go out?
My first time meeting him.
I say after you met him, would you go out with him dressed like that?
It depends on where we're going, and if I haven't seen him here before he put it on, I mean, and especially if it's time, because like if we would have to be somewhere at a certain time, I mean, I have no choice but to step out with him looking like that. But would I want him to dress like that? Oh.
I mean, that's on you. I mean,
I asked you. You talking about with the T-Rex shirt and the purple short?
Yeah.
And
Would
them
you?
high socks?
Would you? Would you go out Destiny with him?
I mean, that's him. I ain't the one wearing it.
So you don't have no problem.
No, because, look, let me shut up. Because the way my kids be looking sometimes.
Well, I saw a young lady today, and my daughter imitated my late wife. That young lady came out with the bonnet and just things swinging every which way, and I was like, "Girl, you don't know what you look like a hot damn mess.
facts.
You look like a hot mess." And I think people need to check their appearance. I'm not talking about people that might have a little weight on them, but bottom line, even if you do, if you're skinny, you've got a little weight on you, unless your financial situation is not convenient for you to get things that fit. That's not where Fatine is going, because everybody don't have it, and you sometimes have to do that. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about those people that waste up money, and then they come out and their appearance is just totally shabby, and they come out anyway. I think that's just not appropriate.
So I'll say this, bro.
I'm not saying you was shabby.
No. I get what you're saying. I'm gonna say this to really, go along with what you're saying. Some people come out and their confidence is too high. So with your confidence being too high, you got to understand that there are going to be people that's going to come up to you and say things, and you're going to have to be taken. Like, I had them socks, shirt on, and pants. So I knew walking out the door that it could come with something.
Yeah, and you love attention, right?
Not really.
No,
Man, with them
That's
real master shoes on, he
that's
do.
definitely drawing attention.
I mean, I was going to a themed party. So
Yeah.
I stopped at Walmart because I asked my dog what you need before I come. Like, I really did not want to walk in there like that. I want to go straight there and come home. But, he asked me, he was like, bro, bring some trash bags and bring some cups. I'm like, shit. Now, I mean, I got to go into the place and I ain't going to change. So
Well, you ain't got to change, but you could have put one of them trash bags on.
I had to go buy the trash bag.
Yeah, I love Victor, but I'm going to tell him like it is.
That was a good
That's
one.
why I said it depends on
back, y'all.
where we're going, for him to be dressed like that. So there was a
I mean, Missy Elliott was in the trash bags.
Yeah.
She made it look good, so Victor can make it look
She
good.
was super duper fly.
That's right.
right.
Shouts out to Jason, man. Jason back. Thank you, baby. I'm telling you, like, I love.
Oh, Jason.
I mean,
I know, right?
I'm dark skinned, so bright colors, you know what I'm saying, is where you got to stay at. I think some people don't, and a woman taught me this in Belts one day. She actually, I think I talked about it. She bought me a sweater. I was buying a sweater that was, an earth tone, and she was like, your skin too dark for that. Wow. You need to, she actually bought me a $98 Ralph Lauren yellow sweater. And ever since then, bright colors, man. Some dark skin, like if I wear purple, you wouldn't even fucking see me.
You always see you. Miss your ass.
You wouldn't see me. So it is what it is. I gotta be careful.
Hey Patricia, I see Patricia jumped on here. Haven't seen her in a few weeks. Have y'all seen Patricia Baker in the comments lately?
Nah,
Where
I
you
haven't.
been at,
I
sis?
haven't. I haven't.
Well, welcome back to the tea. Mm. Anyone
you?
gonna ask?
How about you?
How
you?
was your weekend, Veronica?
Class of '94.
Thank y'all so much. Yes.
Oh Lord.
Bunny hopping.
Don't go there, Destiny.
Shouts out to Noah Johnson.
Boy,
Noah Lee Johnson.
no, we're not gonna do that because
No. I'm gonna do it. Shouts out to Noah Lee Johnson.
and all the worm and all that. I was like, oh my God,
My
Veronica.
cousin is very extra, yes, and I love him.
That's the one that grabbed the
dearly.
damn chair and was dancing
Yes.
with it? Oh, Noah,
But-
come on.
Yes.
Come on, Bo. Come on, Bo. And I'm a
Don't
New Yorker.
don't you be
Come on,
doing our
Bo.
word like that. You
Come
got to
on.
say it correctly.
So how it said that?
It's Bo, not Bo. How you
I
say it.
said I put
It's
emphasis.
Bo.
No, you emphasize with him dancing with that chair is Bo.
I tried to do a little something this weekend, Tyrone. I really did. You know, I'm like, it's our 30th reunion. I want to step out. I want to look nice, classy.
And you
know,
were cute in your blue dress.
Thank you. Thank
Was
you.
that y'all
We
thing?
had
Oh,
it.
y'all was the.
Blue Devils.
Okay.
Yep. So I picked out something blue and I wore it. But we had a really nice time. It was great seeing a lot of faces some faces I have not seen since high school. So it was good seeing them. But yeah, it was a good weekend. And going back to Destiny and Fatine meeting people that watched the show, I'm not exactly sure if this young lady watched the tea, but it was a special moment for me. I was getting me a fruit bowl in Florence from my favorite spot, and lady she was walking towards me, and you know I'm always speaking, so I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she was like, Miss Samuel. She was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I follow you on Facebook." So I was like, "Oh, thank you." I didn't know if she followed me from my fitness or she followed me from Tangy Tea. I don't know, but shouts out to you, young lady, if you're watching the show tonight. Appreciate you so much.
Shouts out to Noah Lee Johnson again.
And the chair.
Oh my God.
And the chair. Next time make it a folding chair, bro. You know that's the new black
Oh gosh,
call,
and
baby.
he's on here. Why?
Oh
That's
God.
the new call, brother.
Why?
Make sure it's a folding chair, brother. That's the new
Yeah,
call.
Noah, Lord, I know you was hurting Sunday morning because, baby, seeing him on that floor.
Shouts out to Noah Lee Johnson one more time.
Oh no! Stop it!
You
And
know,
and the chair.
I have to say that my cousin, he is one of a kind. He always get the party started wherever we're at. He is one of a kind. So, shouts out to him. As I roll my eyes, we're always texting and rolling our eyes at one another before we even start the conversation. Whatever it is, we're rolling our eyes at each other before we start the conversation. But yeah. So everybody had a great weekend. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back. We're back together, all four of us together again. Fatine was out last week doing Fatine things.
Yeah, I had to host a sickle cell event for this young lady who's written a children's book for sickle cell at the New York Blood Center Enterprises in New York, and that went very, very well. Matter of fact, someone else tried to hire me to do something next Friday, so we'll see if that works out to fly me back up to New York. We'll see.
Okay, now
I'm talking about Fatine.
fly for teen out. Okay, now.
Busy.
Fatine getting flued out.
Get me flued out the right way, but anyway, that's another story.
Lord have
So
mercy.
Jason asked the comment. He asked the comment. Jason asked the question about when is the next
Tangy tea party.
Tangy Tea Party. So we definitely got to work on that because we haven't had one in 2 years.
Nah, it wasn't that long. It was last year.
The luau.
The meet and greet was 2 years ago, right?
Well, the luau. Then we had the luau.
luau was lit. Yeah, the luau was.
Luau was
But yeah, we definitely have another one where we can mingle and everybody come out and we get to see faces that we don't know who they really are just by you commenting on the show. So we definitely going to have to do that. Have a meet and greet where we can see everyone and hopefully everyone will come out and show their faces and support the Tangy Tea of life.
Yeah, because I really want to meet Miss Cheryl.
You won't. She ain't coming.
I know, Cheryl.
coming.
She didn't.
I really want to meet her.
She didn't come to the luau. Come on, Cheryl. We want to see you. We want to see you in person and not just in the comments.
I want to meet everyone, but Cheryl, we started following each other recently on social media, and she cracks me up. She is hilarious.
Well, Jason, we may do some jumping jacks. You never know what happens at a Tangy Tea party. Jason told we're not doing any jumping jacks. Thank you, Lisa, for the stars. We appreciate you, and you too can be like Lisa, and you can send us stars to keep our show going and up and running here on Facebook. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you who are watching tonight. We appreciate you so much. So we're going to kick things off with we do have a question. You remember I put the first of all, shouts out to Herman who allows us to be here at CMG Studios each and every Tuesday. If you have a podcast, are you thinking about starting a podcast? CMG Studios is where you want to be. All right. Topic. So someone sent me a topic after seeing that video that I posted on the Tangy Tea page about well, it wasn't a video, it was the actual post that I posted about being submissive. Right? Was it?
There's a lot of been
It's
posts.
a lot of stuff you
That's
put
been
up.
posted.
The actual post that I
Yeah.
had posted. But anyway, he threw this question out here. He said, is a woman being submissive in a relationship when letting the spouse lead? Or is she showing her trust towards the spouse in fulfilling said role? That's his question to the panel.
Yeah,
So
well,
wanna take on
Say
that?
that-
you-
read it one more time, please.
Is a woman being submissive in a relationship when letting the spouse lead, or is she showing her trust towards the spouse in fulfilling his said role?
Go ahead, bro.
well, I wrote something. So I was trying to find it because I think what I wrote is
And that's
sufficient.
not the post. This
That's
is
not-
somebody actually texted me this and wanted me to read.
So
to the
read.
panel.
So all right. So say it again.
Is a woman being submissive in a relationship when letting the spouse lead, or is she showing her trust towards the spouse in fulfilling said role?
To me, that's the same thing.
As what?
That to me, that's the same thing. That's the same thing.
I'm just saying what they text
Yeah.
me.
Well, if you text that, that's basically the same thing. You know, if you being submissive in a sense of trust and also in a sense of respect and role. So I think it's the same thing. I don't think it's either or.
I can say that he did say this. He said that he think people use the word submissive in kind of the wrong way. He's saying that instead of saying submissive, it should be like, do you trust?
Trust him.
So I think, okay, so I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
I'm
he
glad
did
that you
say
said
that.
that. So I don't think it's said the wrong way. I think it's taken the wrong way. That's
That
the
part,
issue.
yeah.
I think that we have problem with words because certain words seems to take ownership. And when people are grown, they look at it from the perspective, I'm owning up. I'm giving you total dominance over me. And I think that's the problem. Deal with the word. Some people don't even know the English language to understand the word about being submissive. But you can look at certain words are triggers. They are triggers. And the way that people relate today's with the problems we have, that I think that we're more sensitive to these words that now have this quote unquote power. So that's the problem. That's the problem is that some of these words have grown there's denotation and connotation of a word. And sometimes a word changes its meaning in the sense of how things are. I think the word submissive being used in the 50s versus in the 21st century and the 24th when it pertains to a relationship is different and looked upon and respected differently. So that's the key.
Destiny, Victor, one of y'all want to touch that?
Go ahead, Des.
I mean, I agree with what Fatine said because society is more sensitive to a lot of stuff now. You can't make jokes about certain things without people taking it out of context. So a lot of things are being taken the wrong way. As far as the question, it's pretty much the same thing to me because I'm only going to submit to you if I trust you to do what you're supposed to do. I can't submit to someone who is irresponsible. So it goes hand in hand to me.
All right. Victor, who's the phone?
So my whole thing with that, what Fatine said is 100% right. People have trigger words. So you got to understand when the word what the definition of submission is. So understand submission is the same thing as if my wife asking me to take out the trash and I go take the trash out. That's the same thing. It's just basically somebody having authority and they're saying, I want you to do this and you just go do it. I think a lot of times people that have been in traumatic uh, emotional situations, they look for things to not really say complain about, but they look for things that say, well, ain't nobody gonna never do me like this again. And that's not what we're saying. Basically, the word submit is not used as the second, third, or fourth definition. Basically, we're just saying is your husband, if you want your husband to lead and you're giving him the leadership role, you are submitting authority to him or relinquishing your authority or just giving him the authority to lead y'all wherever it is.
There's definitely a trust factor. All of you gave great points for that question, but yeah, definitely trusting that person to lead the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you. I think a lot of times we want to twist that word, and we want to use. Sometimes we think like I'm not being submissive. Like that word is like scary to some folks. Like no one's gonna tell me what to do. But the ones that really mean it knows that that's what it means. Like you're letting this person lead, and you're trusting that person.
So, what's up with the energy tonight? Y'all being a little docile tonight. I need for y'all to crank it up.
Like what's going on?
No. I'm talking about y'all too.
Me?
So put the camera on me then. Since y'all want to be,
I was making a point.
So let me help y'all turn up. You know what I'm
Here
saying?
we
Let me help y'all turn up. Let me pull my hair down. Let me help y'all.
Oh,
let me
put the
help,
hat back
let me
on.
help y'all turn up since y'all ain't want to do it. So I got my. Since y'all want to be.
Oh no!
Turn up. Let's go.
Oh,
I need the energy tonight.
no!
Let's go.
Let's go.
What indeed?
Let's go.
Heck.
You talking about petty?
Let's go. Y'all energy too low now.
That
Now
is
y'all should be
it.
turned
And then
all
he
the way
changed
up.
the glasses and all.
Let's
Oh
go.
my god!
Let's go. You see the shirt?
That is funny.
I need for y'all to have that same energy that y'all had last week. Now, let's go.
What energy did I have last week?
Don't ask. Don't
Let's go.
ask. Please don't. Don't ask.
We here.
So let me just say this. Let me just say this real quick, and then I'm gonna go somewhere. I just want to hit two things, real, if you don't mind. Can I read these two? So Tyrone Edge writes, "There's too much that goes into thinking about submission, but someone will submit their body to someone they say they won't submit to." And I saw that comment last week as well. And I think that, and I didn't comment on the line about that. I just think that when you're talking about submission in a relationship with so much responsibility and submitting in a situationship or relating to one another in intimacy, I just think that there's a little difference in that. But that's, you can have a different opinion on that. John says, hell, most women hear the word submissive nowadays and think of slavery, very trying to understand it from a biblical point. And like I said, we tend to use, and I know you don't like to mix the Bible up here on here too much, so I won't go so deep. But at times, we use the Bible when it fits us. Mm-hmm. You understand? We don't use it when it chastises us. You understand? We use it when it fits us. So yeah, I think that's why I use the word connotative and denotative. That this word submissive has a different type of meaning today. It's a trigger word versus the 50s. So let's go here. I don't know, with this, but I'm gonna put this out here because I thought about this. I think one of the hot button subjects is religion, politics, and relationships.
Facts.
And one of the issues is that it seems, and we can relate it to gender, male and female, but I noticed in the black family, when it comes down to having a conversation about relationships and different points of view, it's to the point that we we are so hotbed on this. For instance, I've shared some points of things that we men say
Yes.
that might be towards your women. And not to be disrespectful, I'm not talking about that. But now you notice we share women's posts that say the same thing that we say because y'all are not triggered as much as if we men say it.
Facts.
You understand? And so I just sent the post and you put it out. Thank you, Veronica, for putting up there. But when can we have this conversation? Because we are so damaged. We are so damaged that at times when a question is asked, when a question is asked, when the answer is put out, the question is already changed a little bit from the original question that's
Facts.
asked and not answered, but changed to fit the answer that the person wants to give it. And that's where the communication breakdown. We got to be more honest and be more respectful, but understand that we are a wounded group of people. We are hurting, and there's going to be a lot of hurt in these conversations, but don't take it personal because for us to heal, we're going to have to deal with this and deal with it straight on.
That's a fact, bro. I think when it comes down to a question, you can break down any question how you want to take it, but it's the message that I'm trying to convey to you. Don't twist it. Like if I said like the whole submissive thing, somebody who's been in a traumatic situation is going to change it for it to be whatever it is or whatever it could be, or interject themselves in that. And that's not right because that's not what we were saying. Focused on the question. Your pain and your hurt is something different. It's not what we asking.
Well, sometimes I don't know if was a question inside this, but I mean, sometimes we
More
have.
of a statement of some of the challenges and the issues that when we have these conversations, that sometimes they get heated and hot, or we lose focus on it, and you try to have understanding. At times, I look back at last week's show, and again, I wasn't here, just looking at some of the things with last week's show. And to me, looking from the outside in, I thought it was a pretty good show. With the special guest that you brought in, I told you, and I'll say it here, some things that she said I agreed with. I totally agree with, and there's some things I just disagreed with. And I think it's a conversation. It's about having a conversation. It's to the point of how do we talk to one another? Because the same way you sisters don't want us talking to you in a condescending way, us brothers, we're not going to be talked to in a condescending way. And the same kind of way that we take that, the way that we're not going to be taught, you should take the same thing. You're not going to be talked to that way. But we have to really try to get past the emotion part, and it's hard, y'all. It's hard. But if we're talking about healing, or are we venting about our pain, and we're not to the point of healing yet? And if we're not to the point of healing yet, then we need to be honest with that, and we're venting. There's a lot of people, men and women, that are still venting. We're still venting, and we're not to the point of ready to heal.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to go behind it. I don't know. I mean, what you're saying is good, and I think I understand where you're coming from. But a lot of times, like here on the show, when I really get into my feelings, it's like it's stuff that I've been through.
Correct.
And I'm going to show my emotions. I know Victor a lot of times. Well, Dr. Love over here.
Oh, I'm not Dr. Love. I'm Coach.
Oh,
Call me Coach.
Okay.
oh God. Here
Right.
we go.
Coach. Okay. Well, a lot of times Coach will tell me, like when he see that I'm getting in my feelings or, emotions starting to come out, he'll tell me, don't bring your personal life in it or whatever. But sometimes you can't help that because if it's like a hot topic and something that I'm really passionate about, I can't help but to get in my feelings, and my tone may change, or my attitude may switch a little because I'm in my feelings, and I think that's human.
That's
Like,
human.
And we want
Yeah.
that. We want that because that human experience, like we had that other show where it got a little emotional up here because we were giving somebody advice. That human experience is real. My point, and again, it's not a question, it's just talking about a point. How, for instance, a lot of things that the late Kevin Samuel said, I agreed with. The problem was his tone and how he talked to people. He talked to a lot of those sisters in a
Yes,
condescending
yes.
way,
He
and that
did.
triggered
Yeah.
other people. So the message was lost because now you're not hearing the message because you're concentrating on the messenger and how their approach is. And I think that the point I'm making, and this is not really, this is just putting this out just to give you a little of what I feel, is that you're right, Veronica. We're gonna have these kind of conversations where you are going to get in your emotions, and that's good because I've learned. I've learned from you. I've learned from you, and I've learned from Vic. I've had to go home and had to think. Man, I didn't think about it from that perspective. But that's what it's about. But see, I'm open. I'm open to learn. Even if my feelings get hurt, I'm still open because I realize that my way is not the only way.
Right.
Yeah. And sometimes we don't want to hear things, but go ahead, Vic.
I want to say your way might not be the only way, but your way is your way. And nobody should say for team you wrong for the way you think. Oh no, hell no. Don't y'all agree with me now. Don't agree with me now. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody agreeing with me tonight but for team.
I'm
This is
not-
Battle of the Sexes, y'all.
We're gonna leave him in the shadows where he belongs tonight.
But I mean, seriously though, I mean, I've always said I ain't for everybody. You know, I have a way I carry myself. So and Destiny said last week, oh, you'll break up with somebody for anything. I break up with people for you crossing me. These are the things that I'm just not going to negotiate with you about. I'm not going to sit here and plead with nobody about anything that I feel like is something that I'm just not going to. Like, if a woman wants to go out and she wants to come home at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not the one that's going to sit here and eat dinner with you the next day. I'm just not going to do that. That's just ain't my thing. It's just certain things that I'm just not. And I think everybody should have a point that they're like, if you cross this line, I'm out. Because that sets up for like Cheryl said,
He's still hurt.
I'm not, but that just sets up for, to get hurt. Like, why would I let you do what this last person did to me? If you go out there and normally ain't nothing open at 4 in the morning but the Waffle House and Legs, and if you ain't coming in here with no waffle, I already know what the hell else was open. So I'm just not going to put up with shit like that. That's just me.
And then what happens is, ladies, then the woman walks away from that. She has a choice. Y'all always say y'all have a choice. But when that woman walks away from that, does she take the baggage of that and put that on every other man? That's the problem, and that becomes the problem because that's his way. And the same way for us men, when we deal with a woman that is not our type of woman or for us, we should not broad brush this across the board and hold other women accountable to somebody else's actions.
Facts.
And that's why I've used before that when I got out of a breakup with my first wife, I took time off because not only did I needed to see certain things, I needed to see myself. And when you are honest with yourself, the best way to do that is to be by yourself, to do that at the end of the day. But I still related with other women because by relating, I got a chance to see how I relate and how other women relate. And then, of course, I met Hanifa. So that's it.
Well, we have some good comments coming through, and we want to get to those. And thank you so much, Cheryl. She says, by the way, I'm watching from YouTube. We appreciate you. As we try to transition people over to YouTube, and show us some love on YouTube. We definitely appreciate that. All of you that's watching, after the show or whatever, or during the show, if you can switch over to YouTube and watch us there as well, we appreciate y'all. So, thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Cheryl, for that. We want to get to John's comment earlier. A little up, Vic. He says nobody ain't ready for that type of conversation for teen because most folks don't want to hear about themselves. And let's be real, the powers that be have dropped a seed in the black community that has spread like a plague. Yeah. So Tyrone says that's too deep of a response for me. Religion and righteousness aren't the same thing, but yeah, that's too deep. John also said, I swear me and Vic, first cousins, because I'll leave you like I never known you. Once you let folks get over one time, they'll continue. In the words of Barney, nip in the bud. All right. Thank you so much, whoever put that link. I hope that's the link to our channel. And not nothing else. But yeah,
It is.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But yeah, so that was great, guys. Y'all on it tonight, Coach.
Listen, I'm telling you,
I'm about to be slumped like him last week. I ain't going.
I'm on it. I'm Coach. You know what I'm saying? If you need any kind of uplifting from the bros, all bros get uplifting. The rest of y'all, Coach.
What kind of coach are you? Can I ask?
I'm the coach of the
hurt
coach
feelings.
that coaches the coach who coaches.
Oh, you the big ass.
I mean, if you want to see my butt, I mean,
Please, no. Please, no.
okay.
Excuse me, Pastor.
Oh.
All right, so yeah, Coach in the house. We got Destiny in the house. We got Fatine in the house. Everybody's in the house tonight. So yeah, all right. We do have an email letter.
All right, let's go.
Oh, and also, who is that over there? Yes, Tyrone is in the house. He is behind the scenes, but he's in the comments. But he is here watching the show. Shouts out to Tyrone. All right, so here we go. Let's see what this email letter is talking about tonight. I know it is definitely surrounding friendship, so we're going to see if we can help this young lady. Brace yourself. It is a little lengthy, so we're going to get into this. I always copy and paste. All right, so here's the email letter. You guys listening?
Yeah, listening.
Are you touching? What going
No.
on?
What are you talking about? No, man. What you talking about? You okay? Read your letter.
Yeah. You stay on your side of the street. Ain't nobody over here touching.
What you say,
talking
Coach?
about?
You're supposed to be standing up for the bruh.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
All right, so here we go. My friend.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Here we go. Jason,
What?
Oh, my God.
love it. Jason says, I bet she needs to mind her damn business.
He did not say damn. He just said her business.
That's already gonna be it.
Oh gosh. All right, here we go.
I cannot.
So it reads.
Oh, boy.
Oh shit.
All right. We're here to help. First of all, thank you, young lady, for writing your email letter. Hopefully you are watching tonight, and hopefully we can help you out with this situation. It says, my friend of 12 years. My friend of 12 years backed me in a corner, and I would never forgive her for it. Let me take you on this journey right quick. We met at a baby shower back in 2012. We kicked it off so well, like we've known one another for years. She is that girl that is down for whatever. You know, the one where you can call in the middle of the night when you have problems, or if you need to go borrow her car to go sneak around. Yeah, she's that chick. We were closer than I've been with anyone else in my life. I've told her so many family secrets and so many things that I've come through in life that was so traumatizing. Those things those things no one else knew about except the parties involved. My kids call her auntie. That's how much we've been around one another, and that's how much my family loves her. Let me get to the point of this letter. One day I was talking to my boyfriend, and he shared some stuff with me that I've never told him nor anyone else but her. When he asked me about something from my past, I asked him how did he know that. He gave me a blank stare and tried to play it off, telling me that I told him the story before of my past, which I know that he is lying because it is so hurtful to me that I wouldn't have never brought that up to him. So I knew he got it from her. I went to her and I questioned her and asked, did she tell my boyfriend something that took place in my past that I'm still fighting till this day? She told me they were drinking. They was drinking one night and she accidentally told him. She promised me that tell she would never tell, and our friendship came to an end because of it. And get this, not only were they drinking, she confessed to me that they kissed and done other things, but did not physically have sex together. This is the same night she was over babysitting and he came home early from work. We always told each other that boyfriends or even male friends are off limits. She put me in a corner where I had no choice but to dismiss our friendship. I hate it because that was my road dog, that was my ride or die, but I had to let her go because, I mean, how can you trust someone that is going to do that behind your back, going to tell your secrets, going to mess with your man? You can't trust someone like that. Now the problem is my kids miss her. They keep asking to see her. How do you go on when you've been dealing with a friend for so many years and now you're to the point where you're not even speaking to one another? There's so much more that I can add to this letter, but I know that it is already too long. So I'm going to stop here. My heart is broken. How do you move on after losing someone that was so close to you for so many years? The man I can do without. Yes, I let him go as well, but my friend that really hurt me, people really don't take friendship seriously anymore.
Wow. She said that's. I wait my turn.
Um, yeah, people really don't take friendship like they used to. Some people still cherish friendships, and I'm one of those people. Um, I'm friends with you, and I'm gonna ride with you till the end. But once you cross me in a certain way, whether we've been friends for 20 years or friends for 6 months. Sometimes, the ones that you're friends with for a short period of time, it's like they come in your life for a reason. They may come in your life to not, I don't want to use the word replace. That may be a little harsh, but sometimes God places people, he removes people in your life and he bring new people in for that replacement. And I'm big on friendship, and I will, everyone that comes in my life and is a true friend to me, like, I really appreciate them. And to this young lady, I know how you feel because you was thinking, you was hoping that you and this girl will probably ride together to the day you die. You think you have a good friend, someone that you telling your secrets to, someone you're hanging out with, someone you letting babysitting your kids, and they become part of the family, and then something like this happened and you can't trust them no more. So I don't know, that's a hard place to be in when you're constantly talking to someone daily, or you're hanging out with them on the weekend, whatever it is, and then it has to come to an end. So sometimes we have to suck it up. It hurts a lot, but when you lose someone out your life that you really care about. So, and I think we all been there before. we've been through things, Victor, Coach, Fatine and I, like we've been through things as friends. We managed to work it out. So I do believe that when you're like friends, like you're able to work through whatever issues there are. This one is kind of different. I don't know if there's a comeback because she really crossed the line. But I'm a stop talking and I'll come back to me and I'm gonna turn it over to Coach. Well, Fatine said he want to go first, so I'm gonna give.
All right, so she kind of summed this up. So, sis, I'm talking to you. You kind of summed it up. You talked about her as a friend, the kind of person that you can go to and your car late at the night, this, that, and the other, and also cover if you choose to do something on the ratchet side.
Facts.
I said, ain't this some shit? I said, that's the problem. She was willing to do anything that's down that will benefit your quote unquote friendship, even if it stepped in the wrong territory. You understand what I'm saying? So they said alcohol. Alcohol just gives you more, just emboldens you to do what you want to do from the get go. So that was a bunch of crap that she's saying to you. What bothers me is, and again, you threw the brother to the curb, and rightfully so. You felt that your trust was broken, and I'm not gonna sit there and say that, but you still seem to be. You still seem to be questioning, should I drop her? But he and her did the same damn thing. That was your man, your boyfriend. You understand? That you shared things with. You shared intimacy. You shared this, that, and the other. He broke your trust. You kicked him to the curb. Why you can't kick her to the curb as well? They both violated your trust. Right. She violated your trust from telling your secrets, and they both physically violated your trust. If they didn't have sex, that's fine. I'm not gonna sit here and say they did. I go on what they did. The bottom line is they did cross the line. So I just kind of question why you can kick him to the side, but you have a problem kicking her to the side.
Well, no, she did say in the letter that the friendship ended.
No,
but
she's
questioning.
She's still questioning it. How do I move on without her being my friend?
I think she's questioning it more so because of the kids, the family then got,
Bottom line is you didn't cross the line. If you can violate me, you can violate my kids, you can violate my family. And that's the problem. That's what we talked about a long time ago, that we elevate our friends to the point of a place that they really shouldn't have in our life. Yeah. Or if they do, they got to be trustworthy. And if they're not trustworthy and violate you like this, then they're not really your friend. And then you just move on. So I don't have to keep beating the dead horse here. I think I said everything that needs to be said. You chose this friend, a person that got your back, but got your back in good times. And even if you crossed the line or whatever went down, then you trusted, and then she broke that trust, and they both crossed that line. Sis, come on. You got to choose your friend. But like you said, sometimes you pick a friend, Veronica, and you don't know. But when they show their true colors, you understand? When you show that they got horns and a tail, do you keep the devil still in your house because of your kids and your family? Come on, kick rocks, girl.
Yeah, I want to look at it from just a different aspect. And what everybody is saying is I agree with. But one thing I will say is people put stipulations on time. If you sitting here, we've been friends for 20 years and you'll do me like that, I'll drop your ass like you a stranger in the street, just like John said, because you shouldn't do me like that. One thing that I picked up on was they were drinking, but she was babysitting, but then now they both drunk with a damn kid. So the kids had to be in the house when all this shit was going on. So not only did she disrespect your house, he disrespect your house and all that. But another thing is, man, we got to stop talking. That's one thing that I'm going to tell you this. It's some things that I know about some people, and there's some things that people know about me that I'm glad it never came back to me. You know what I'm saying? And I know I can't expect, if I say something about somebody, I need to be man enough to stand behind it. So, you told your friend something, or your friend told your man something. If it ain't a lie, then what's the damn point of you getting upset? I think a lot of us we did some shit that was so shameful that we want people to keep it. But if you just don't do it, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. So I think sometimes we go out here and we get drunk and we blame the alcohol, which, like Fatim said, that alcohol just lowers your inhibitions for you to do exactly what you want to do anyway. That's exactly what it is. So I don't want to blame the alcohol on a lot of dumb shit I did. When I get inebriated, I'm doing exactly what I want to do anyway with no cares about the repercussions. That's all alcohol does. It takes away I really don't care no more. So yeah, man, that's right, Tasha. Liquid courage.
Okay, Destiny.
I hear what everyone's saying, but at the same time, as women, when we become really close friends with other women, it is hard to cut that friendship off because she told this woman stuff that she didn't even tell her man. And we don't even know from the letter, did she say how long she was with the guy? She said that they were friends for 12 years, but she never mentioned how long that she was with that guy. So we don't know if that's a guy she's just been with 1 year, 2 year, 5 years. Like, we don't know that.
Yeah.
So I get it because you do get that. It's a sisterhood when two women come together and they're genuinely there for each other. It's hard to cut it off. It's just like when you're in a toxic relationship, it's not something that you could just cut off sometimes. It's something that gradually happens over time. You can't just cut it off because the love is still there. You have to learn to move on from it, yes, but it's going to take time for her to get past it because breaking up with a friend is just like breaking up with the man to me. When I stop being, you're laughing, Victor, but I'm serious.
So I wasn't.
You was laughing at a comment.
Yeah, kind of like how y'all normally do.
Yeah,
all of us here. So go ahead and keep going.
But when I break up with a friend, it hurts just as much as it hurts when I break up with the man. So it's a mourning process. She's gonna have to work through it because me personally, I couldn't see myself being friends with her anymore. I went through a similar situation, not them doing all of that, but I went through a situation with a friend where when me and my ex broke up, she accused me of lying about all the stuff that he did. And how can I trust you when I was crying to you about the stuff that was going on? You were there consoling me, but now you're saying, oh, you were lying. So I get where she's coming from, but she's going to have to move on because you're not going to be able to trust her.
Well, let me say this on what you said about how it's hard for a female to stop to being friends with another female but I want to say this to the young lady. Shouts out to you because a lot of times and I'm gonna say we because I'm a woman. A lot of times women get mad at the other women and not at that man. She had the courage to let this man go, and she also said that she's no longer friends with the friend as well. But there is, like Fatim was saying, there's something that's holding her, and like you saying, it's not easy to give up a friendship for some of us. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times women are so against one another that we will definitely stop talking to another female because of that man. So she could have easily said, I'm not going to be friends with you no more. You backstab me. You know what I'm saying? And she could have continued this relationship with this man, but instead
she let both of them
go. Even though it seemed like it's hurting her even more because of, she letting go of the female friend. But at the same time, shouts out to her for doing that. Because a lot of times we will side with the man. Like, why did she come on to you? Or why all these questions for the women, but there's no questions for the men. Go ahead.
Leave it right there. So the whole thing about, I'll tell you this. There are things that I've told Fatim that I will never, ever, ever tell my wife. You know what I'm saying? There are things that I've told my homeboys I will never tell my wife. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend or anybody who I'm romantically involved with. Um, because some things are not appropriate for you to know. When you got guy talk and you got girl talk, there are things that, my woman has probably have done that I don't need or ever wanted, to hear about. There's just some things I just don't want to know. So when it comes down to, you know, um, sharing information, I think sometimes we need to realize everything ain't for me to know. You don't have to confide in me with every damn thing you did, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? You have friends set in places for a reason. I'm not the person to come to with and you telling me, I remember when I was in college, whoop de whoop de whoop. I don't want to really hear about that because that's before me. But if you want to share a story that's not as with that many details into it, then yeah, we can go from there.
We all want a confidant. We all want a confidant. It's what destiny. What you said, destiny, is true. The same thing that us brothers in the brotherhood, and I stand on the square as a Mason. So I understand what brotherhood is, and I have to respect what sisterhood is. Um, but I'm just saying that when you start standing on things that are not principle, then the whole house starts to crumble. It starts to shake. See, so there's nothing wrong with sisterhood and there's nothing wrong with brotherhood. What Victor said is some things that you will share with that brother that you will not share with that woman. And I was told by a woman, we want to know, but we don't need to know all the time because we can't handle it, and vice versa. A lot of us men can't handle some of the things that you women may do or say. We can't handle it
That's
neither.
a fact, bro.
So we have to look at it from both perspectives. It's just when when these lines are blurred, that's when it becomes a problem, and that's it. I think there was a question in here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought it was a good question by, I don't know who this person is, Little's Tristan, but he asked question for the ladies: do y'all always trust your friends around your men? So that's for y'all, but I do just want to say Aretha Franklin did sing a song, "You ain't gonna always be around my man." You understand? But the question is for you ladies, so.
Um, Destiny, you want to touch that, or you want me to go first?
That's a touchy subject. Because if I'm friends with someone, I want them to be able to have a relationship with my partner, but I don't think that they should have a relationship outside of me. Like how he showed up home early and
Right.
they got to talking and drinking. Like, I feel like that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
But them being able to be in the same space and hold a conversation is fine. But
There's a line that
yeah.
needs to be drawn. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Don't have a this may sound mean, but I'm don't have a relationship outside of our relationship. Like, don't be texting one another, asking questions. Like, I feel like, I mean, if you're doing like a surprise for me or something, that's one thing. But don't be doing all that extra texting outside of me. Like, what you eating tonight, or what are you doing this weekend? Those conversations should not be had between my friend and my significant other without me being present. That's just me. Sometimes people can't handle that, and it leads to something else. So to answer that question, do y'all always trust your friends around your man? We will hope that we can trust our real friends around our man, but at the same time, it goes back to what I say: don't have outside communication.
And exactly, Cheryl said, because as soon as he got home, that friend should have left.
Yeah,
And that's what should have happened.
and it
If
goes
she's
back to
babysitting.
respect.
So
You have to respect.
if you can't trust your man around your friends, you can't trust him around strangers. You can't trust him at work. You can't trust him out there in the world because your friend should be the last one. Your friend should be the last one to do you dirty. He
Should.
said a long time ago. He said a long time ago in the comments that was not her friend.
Right.
It wasn't. She put that label on that woman. That woman, whatever the label was, she stopped being a friend the moment you looked at that man other than this is my
Friends,
whoever.
boyfriend,
I don't even want to say friend, but whoever
my
whoever that is.
acquaintances.
So I'll say this: whoever I'm with can have a relationship with whoever they want to. Just don't let me find out about it. You know, there's certain things that as a man that I know not to ever let my woman find out about. I got nudes in my phone. You're never gonna see them. It's the truth. Like that was a question. Like, do people delete nudes? Hell no. I mean, eventually I will, but it is what it is after that. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't watch, erotic videos and shit like that, but I'm never gonna let her know, you know what I'm saying? There's a level of respect, there's a level of secrecy, and there's some things that my woman should not know. If somebody gives me a compliment or does this or does that, if I'm in a relationship, why the hell would I come home and say, guess what happened today?
Yeah.
I gotta be the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of things get started too. You're exactly right, and especially if she know the female that gave you the compliment or whatever, that starts a lot of.
I'm
mess.
starting shit by doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me just say this.
Then I want Destiny. After you said, I want Destiny to read John's comment because it's a long one.
Okay, so one of the things I'm gonna say is, and I learned this because this was last year. I would have been, I'd have been out there. Well, me, I'd move like that. You understand what I'm saying? But now I realize that this is not about an individual. It depends on the person you get with and how they move and how we decide to move together. So I realize every woman's not going to tolerate or deal with certain things. And there's certain things in my life and my stage of my life. My kids are grown. I've been in a relationship 32 years. So certain things I'm not going to just tolerate. And I'm not going to go for it. And I'm a public person, so I'm not a private person. So I'm out there doing, what I do as in the entertainment world. But let's get to this. One of the things that they say about accidents is that a high majority of accidents happen close to home, right? They say that. Most of the accidents happen within a radius of your house. A lot of people that tends to dip and dabble, it's usually close to home. Okay? It's usually close to home.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't just your friend, it's your cousin. It can be your sister. Let's call a spade in here. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we have to take a better look at how we maneuver and we roll, because I've seen it. I've had it. I've had them come on to me. I've had people come on to me that I didn't expect. And I've also seen people that were friends or sisters or cousins that operated properly. I've seen that. So that's why I said I can't paint it with a broad brush. Yeah. But I'm just saying, most of that close shit that goes down is right under your nose and you don't even know it.
Right. Bastards.
And I did want to touch on Victor, because Victor was like, if you can't trust your homegirl, you can't trust him so you would trust your woman to have a relationship with your homeboys?
I didn't say that. So I didn't say that. I did not say that.
So you didn't say if you can't trust your man with your girl, you can't trust him with a coworker, you can't trust him with a stranger, you can't trust him with this and that. You didn't say that.
So I was responding to what you said, and then I summed it up saying you can have a relationship with whoever you want to, just don't let me find out about it. That's what I said.
I didn't hear that.
I know you did.
Yeah,
I really did.
Well, he said what you said, and plus he said what he just said. He did say at the end, don't let him find out about it. So meaning, no, it's not cool with him.
Gotcha.
I mean, however you take it, I don't have to know. Like, I'll tell you this: I ain't gonna say date. I have met some women that have brothers. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
You already good. You get put in the category right there. I'll never take you. I ain't gonna say. I can't say I'll never take you serious. I won't say that. But I will tell you this: in the back of my mind, he done seen you naked. So I'm not going to pursue this as hard as maybe I could or should. But once I hear this brother shit talk, I'm hot.
So you're not cool with a female that says we're like brothers.
I mean, we cool. we can be cool, but what I'm saying is I'm not going to pursue this as being just this. I'm going to go head first into this. Nah, I'm either going to take my sweet time and see exactly what's going on, or I might not even do anything. But I'm not going in that head first. Once I hear that brother shit talk, or all my friends are dudes and I don't get down with females like that, oh, I'm nah, hell no. Because if you can't get along with somebody who think and act like
yeah.
you, how in the hell are we gonna get along? And we supposed to be polar opposites.
Yeah, but a lot of times it is bad. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
let you get to
I
that
get
comment.
along
A lot
with
of times
guys
it is.
better.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I got some female friends, but I'm not gonna call them my sister.
You
No.
call me your sister.
Anyway, back to John. This was a long time ago too. So.
Oh, we gonna go there. Trust me. After this comment, we going there.
John said usually women get in their emotions and claim their friends or sisterhood just because they may have known each other for X amount of years. Hell, women will claim to bond over anything. Example, let two women that don't like each other dislike the same woman. Yep, here they go. Girl, and claim they friends. I say all this to say most women lie to each other and ain't friends in the first place. That ain't the case with me.
That's. I have some really good, great friends. I can say that. Have I lost some friends? Not many, but some, yes. And it was a time. It was a season. Our season ended. Not saying that I would never speak to them again. And I maybe maybe one or two people that I'm not friends with. I'm not even gonna say I'm not friends with, but we don't like call, we don't hang out, like we used to back in the day or whatever. Because I'm telling you, I cherish friendships. That's just me. Fatin, you wanted to hit on something?
Yeah, so I think that everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. And I think that we put people in categories. And I do agree with you, Veronica, that there are people that, and I'm trying to, I'm saying this in a respectful way, that we do have friends that we will not cross that line for whatever reason. You understand? But I still think that we all have a price. And when I say that, there may be that price that you will cross that line. That line will blur. It just may not come up because of how you operate in a sense of respect for yourself and respect for that person. You understand? There are people that you will not sleep with that are friends. Me and Vic had a conversation yesterday about some things. There's certain people that, and it depends on where you at in your life. I've had friends that I didn't need to sleep with because I had people to sleep with. So, but what happens if you don't have people to sleep with? What happens if it's that night and that turns into something? Sometimes we don't know ourselves. We say we know ourselves, but sometimes we don't know ourselves. It's just how far that it comes where that line, I keep using that word blur. I never use that too much here on this show. But when it's blurred, whatever blurs, some people say it's alcohol, even though we know that it just really emboldens you to do that. There's certain things that open you up at that particular time. You got to realize intimacy, that kind of energy is emotion. And a lot of times we're speaking from a lack of emotion. But when we caught up in that moment, our body and our mind and our physical reacts different at times. Even though you may know it's wrong, and you all know this for a fact, when it's taboo, it becomes more intriguing for you.
So I want to touch on Miss Nicole Harris for just a second here. She says the males that tell their women they can't be friends with males is because they're insecure. Miss Nicole, let me take these glasses off for a second. Let me pull this hat back. You right. I'm insecure about a lot of shit, and I ain't afraid to say it. I'm insecure about so many things that I probably do need to sit on somebody's couch. But for me to sit here and that's one of them. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I got some friends they handsome guys. They this and they that. And for me to be my friend and for my woman to be taken by one of my homeboys, yeah, that shit would fucking hurt. It would. I don't think it's happened, but yeah, that shit would hurt. And that is an insecurity. But so what? Am I supposed to be ashamed of that? I don't think so. But I'm human. I have feelings. And if I see, you know, where I can probably cut that off, I would. But the guys that I'm cool with, I don't think they would do me like that. But I'm not going to put them in a situation that they could do me like that.
And that's why I always said, and I hear what you said about those insecurities, and some of those insecurities that I may have had in the past, you try to work on them. And that's why when I said that, in my house, how I operated, and it happened before where my friend came by with her husband. And his brother, his brother's buff. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I'm not going to say he's buff. But, when he left, my wife, she didn't gloat all over him, but she was like, yo, Joe, you got a good looking body. She had that space. That space, and I hate to use the word allow because then it seems like I'm giving permission. But the bottom line is she thought it. And if she didn't say it to me, she's going to say it to her girlfriend. We operated in that space that we could both kind of operate there without being disrespectful to one another because we were honest with one another there. And when you're honest, it gives you a little bit more leeway and it helps you deal with some of those insecurities. That's what worked for us. Again, I can't tell you what worked for y'all. Yeah. Y'all see the people get on the elevator, and there's a couple there, and she get on the elevator, and her thong, the woman gets on the elevator, and her thong is showing, and then the woman look at the man, he looks away. I'm not looking a damn way. I'm looking dead at that ass. I'm not doing, and my late wife wouldn't expect me to. Just like if a guy came on there and he was like this, I'm not gonna look at her like she gonna turn her head. No. That's not, to me, it's not disrespectful. You see what you say, as long as you ain't gloating over it and this, that, and the other, I deal with reality. Because if we wasn't with our wife or we wasn't with our husband, we gonna look. So why do we play those games with one another?
Amen.
Tyrone said something early on. He was saying, you can tell when a man and a woman are friends and when they are
friends.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Definitely.
Definitely. Well, what I'm saying is that whole brother shit. Like, come on now. There's a difference. We talking about like basically what he's saying. Oh, my brother this and my brother that. I'm like, man, cut that shit out, bro. That ain't your brother. That's your friend. Now, when they start saying brother, I'm thinking like, oh, mama, daddy, you done slept in the bed. Nah, fuck that. I'm out. I'm not going to sit here and lose sleep or anything like that. I'm gone. And I'm never going to torture myself. Let me back up. I can't say never. I'm not going to consciously torture myself over somebody that I can just walk away from. That's just not going to happen. Yeah. I ain't going to do it.
I want to say this real quick, cause Victor, I'm going to put something out there that we said yesterday. I hope it is not private because I don't think it was private. You mentioned something, and I just want to prove a point. You mentioned, I ain't turning down no so-and-so.
Yo, I ain't.
Right.
I ain't
so right.
What is so-and-so, first of all?
That's what he said. He just said it. So me and Victor, and I said something different. I said, oh, I might be choosy, this, that, and the other. But there's no difference in our nature as a man. See, that's what sometimes we try to placate this. Oh, I won't do this, mean that I'm different than Vic. My actions and my choices may be different than Vic, but we still have that nature. If we are heterosexual and attracted to women, we might want to knock that back. We may want to knock it back, right. But how we go about it may be different. But I'm always, my nature is a man. I'm attracted to women, and I enjoy talking to women, but how I may act or respond or whatever may be different to him. But we still are men, and we still have that same manly nature.
So,
the means.
The compound.
You don't know what that means?
I'm gonna start knocking some backs out.
Hey,
I mean, I don't know what
grab the back of their head and you do what you gotta do, girl.
What you knocking them back with? You got something to knock some backs out? I'm gonna tell you this though. I mean, but real talk, when it come down to even that comment. you know, I'm not gonna say it was taken out of context, but he knew what I was talking about. I'll say, my friends, old ladies and stuff like that. I have no reason to ever meet her unless I got my woman with me. You know what I'm saying? The opportunity should, I don't see how the opportunity would ever arise. Like, I can speak and keep it moving, but to have a personal conversation with her outside of him being I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not going to do that. I feel like if you my homeboy, I'm not watching if your old lady in the club or whatever, that ain't my business why she in there. I might just get up and leave. Like, yo, let's just ride out of here. So-and-so old lady in the club. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see that. Because whatever happens, I don't need to be there. I don't put myself in them situations or try not to purposely put myself in them situations where it could be perceived as something else.
It. I want to go back to that letter real quick, and I know I saw a couple of comments out here that y'all may want to get to, but I want to go back to this letter because it made me think of something. So this lady, this sister, was girlfriends with this young lady for quite a while. She didn't mention how long with the boyfriend, and she had to be single. She had to. It seems like the friend that violated with the boyfriend and violated her friend's trust. She seems like she was single, and I just wonder why. You know, at the end of the day, you tend to start to look at and evaluate. You know, when we look at these friendships, and when you come around your friends, this is why we say at the end of the day, sometimes when we get in relationships, we expect you to kind of change your behavior with some of your friends. Not to say that you have to cut them off, but change your behavior the same way we change our behavior. I mentioned it numerous times that when I got in a relationship and my boy Tony was single, I had to tone back. We hung out when we played softball, but I didn't hang out when he was still in the club because I didn't want to put him on the spot, and he damn wasn't going to put me on the spot if he met a sister with another young lady, because then it's that brotherhood thing come into play. You understand what I'm saying? So why put myself in this thing in a compromising situation?
You ain't got to.
But so when we tell this to women, oh no, that's my girlfriend. You talk about the sisterhood, Destiny. That's my girlfriend. We've been girlfriends for so long, but you know her behavior is not that. Even though her behavior doesn't influence you per se, the bottom line, it can taint the atmosphere. And when it taints the atmosphere, these are the kind of problems that can creep into your relationship.
So Cheryl says women don't like single women around their men, right? And then she says, she said, I can't wait till the day somebody put some of that good cat on me or whatever, and then I'm gonna be a different person. Cheryl, I am different. I mean, except for Destiny, they'll tell you when I get in a relationship.
Oh yeah, he locked, honey.
Yeah, you don't see me. I'm ghost.
Ever.
Because I feel like if we gonna build, I'll come out once I feel like the foundation is strong enough for us to come out. But in the beginning stages, like if we trying to really get to know each other, you know, it's nothing against y'all, but you know, this is what I'm trying to do. We already have a relationship established. So just when you don't see me, just know I'm either dead or doing good. You know what I'm saying? Or sex down some damn way. But I just feel like there's no point of randomly going out if I'm trying to build this person. Once we establish the fact and we got a good foundation and I'm looking at it and she looking at it like, okay, we can step out together, then hell yeah, the first people that we need to be around is y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or the people who is close to her or the people close to me or y'all or whoever it may be. But yeah, for you know, a new relationship and we out and about and 3 weeks later I'm out and about with somebody else, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? When I get ghosts, just know I'm doing something. I'm doing something. I'm doing something.
Yeah, he's good for ghosting.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
Shot the love.
I'm just so glad that I don't have that predator mentality where I don't give a F. I don't, because if I did and I want something, I'll go after it. I don't give a damn what the situation is. But I believe in karma, because the same way I got her, and if I went about it the wrong way, it's the same way I could lose her.
But do you want to keep her though? See, that's the thing.
Depending on what I want her for.
I get that. And I get that. So I think sometimes I'll I'm about to tell on my dad.
You gotta be smooth, brother.
Sometimes men be like, I just want to see how that is right there. You know what I'm saying? And if she willing to bite, own it, it's I ain't here for a long time. I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah, and you tell that person that.
That's my
Yeah,
mentality.
you tell that person. But when
I'm
you,
not here for a long
yeah,
time.
yeah. But I was, one of the things, and I said, and I think I said it to you, Destiny, and I said it to Veronica, is when you really experience that love, and I said this on another podcast, when you experience that love, that real deep feeling, you want that. You want that again. And for me, I want that for other people. What I felt when other people feels that, or they say they feel that, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. But I've also learned energy. And I'm going to tell y'all this now. Y'all can believe me or not. Energy doesn't lie. You can say one thing, but your body language says another. That's your energy. And I've seen it. And I learned from the rapper Moni Love.
Moni Love.
Moni Love. And when Tupac died, she was so heartbroken. And Moni said to me, she said, Fatine, I'm dedicated. I'm a family. I'm married, this, that, and the other. She said, I didn't entertain. A lot of guys came at me. But then when Tupac's situation came up and he came at me, she said I had to do everything in my power because I felt something with Tupac that I never felt before. And it challenged everything that I was standing on. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. With energy, I can read energy. I can feel energy. And they'll say, oh, no, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not doing this, not doing that. But their energy says something different.
Can we pause for a moment?
Wait, we got to silence? Somebody passed? Somebody got past gas?
First of all, thank all of you out there for sending stars. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Please continue to do that. All of you out there, send us stars and show love to the show. But I want to pause seriously right now because I have a serious question for the men. So it's almost 9:30. So can you all share y'all secrets with us? Share some secrets and let the women know how, and I'm talking about the single women, how we can move in these streets like y'all. Can y'all share some how y'all can, you be on a date with somebody one moment and then you can be on a date with somebody else, or you can throw that little weenie around here and there. Give us some tips and let us know how the single women can move in these streets without being judged. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Oh, you're gonna be judged.
I'll go. So you want to know? Say that again.
It was a lot.
No, you just paraphrase it.
How can we move in these streets? When I say we, I'm talking about women, because sometimes I feel like men have it made because y'all just able to just really do what y'all want out here in these streets, and you don't want to be held accountable for your actions by moving the way you're moving. And I get it. If you're single, you do have that right to move the way you move. But to some of these women out here, and I want y'all to look in the camera as you speak, because I want you to let these women know how they too can move in these streets.
Okay, so all right, so I look in the camera. So first of all, the first thing is you move how you choose to move.
You ain't no man.
Yeah, well, I'm going there. You don't move. You don't try to move like a man because you're not a man. You understand? And a lot of women try to move like a man because of numerous situations. They've been hurt, this, that, and the other, or whatever. A lot of us men move in these streets and we move with women. So there are women that are moving like us. I had a young lady that would call me up and say, yo, what you doing? I got to, I'm coming from work. I need this. I got to get home and pick my daughter up from the babysitter. And I remember walking to the train station. She asked me, did I feel cheap? I said, hell no, I don't feel cheap. This works. But the bottom line is, the problem is trying to move in these streets, as you asked the question, Veronica. The problem is society is going to treat you different. Society will pat us on the back. It's expected for a man to be that predator. When a woman does it, it breaks her down to the lowest thing out there in the world, worse than a dog.
Yeah.
So that's why, how can we tell you to move in the streets? You can do and emulate what we do. Problem is that you will be labeled and you will be scorned upon, and then when you want something good, it'll be very hard to get that.
Mm. Wow, that was good for teen. Coach, you should have a great answer tonight. You coaching.
Coach coming out
Put your
here.
shades on because we need glasses.
So let me get this shirt. So listen, baby, it's a difference between.
Oh,
Let
my
me talk.
God.
We want
Let
you.
me talk, baby. It's a difference between a prostitute and it's a difference between living your whole life. So, baby, is it all that bullshit? You shouldn't care what nobody say. Why you care? If you want to go out there and you want to get some bird, get some bird. You gonna be judged because men are judged too. It's some men out there that are hoes. Y'all know they hoes, but y'all still give them the opportunity to be bigger hoes.
Yeah.
Stop sleeping with them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is after that. You know, I know if we all had a number.
Why are you looking at me?
If we all had a number. I don't know if it's a TikTok. I don't know if it's a TikTok or if it's a reel, but the women walk around and men walk around with a number on their forehead. Just imagine you got a number on your forehead when you out here. Ain't nothing wrong with flirting, like y'all say, and doing all that, but the act of sex, you want any and everybody inside your body?
No.
Okay then.
I'm asking for the females out there that want to know. I'm not.
I ain't seen not one female
I'm
in that
asking.
comment section that asked that bullshit. Not one. Because
Hey.
the ones that's doing it don't need to ask that because they know how it's done.
I'm
You know
asking
what
for
you
the
can and
ones
can't do.
out there that want to know. So, well, thank you, Coach. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Baby.
John says, please read John's comment. Veronica.
Oh, Veronica, honestly, moving like a man isn't what you think. I went from woman to woman, but honestly, it's a boring, tiresome life. I'll take one woman over 5 any day. So I would say, please, ladies, do not try to attempt to move like a man. That dating them all, sis, don't work for you, ladies.
It don't.
I want to
And
comment
that's
about.
true.
You want to go ahead? I got.
No, I was gonna say going back to what John says, and because actually I was just throwing a question out there to see where you guys was gonna go with it. Definitely not me because I do not want any and everybody in. But I'm just saying, some women do move like men, and they get judged,
That's correct.
and you guys get judged.
But
sometimes,
not to
but
the
not
level
to
as
the
women.
Yeah, not to the level of how women get judged.
So what? So I'm gonna tell you a double standard here. There's some men out here that beat women, and y'all look at him as this god awful woman beater, or say, well, he ain't beat me. But then there's a bunch of women that hit men, and y'all look at as.
Yeah, I don't think either one is right. You're right.
But it happens.
Yeah.
It's happened. Well, I'll go upside his head.
Yeah.
And then once a man say the same thing, he's looked at completely different. Bro, you a woman beater. But I ain't never seen, yeah, girl, you should. Yeah, hit him again. Nah, we ain't doing that. Everybody need to keep their hands in themselves.
And Tasha, you right. So let me read Tasha's comment right quick. Then I'm going to get to you for team. Because she said we reading all John comments. But Tasha says men use one penis, LOL, and women be using their heart. And that is the truth. We really get caught up.
Mm-hmm.
And these men are not getting caught up with one woman. They're using their penis for this person, that person. Some. But we use our heart.
And all 3 hoes.
Okay. Well, I agree. So we've talked about that before. I'm gonna go to John in a minute. So we've talked about that before. About see, you ask the question and we tell you the answer, and you went there. A lot of times, not every woman gets attached emotionally. Some women just enjoy that feeling, and this exhibition for them too. But a lot of women are attached emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Us men, we can go to the store like we get milk, knock something out, come back home, and don't think a damn thing about it, don't think about her. That's how some of us can move. So we've talked about that. we're built differently, y'all.
Yeah.
And I keep saying that sometimes women look at us because we the human family. You think what you want a man to be, but you don't understand totally what a man is, and we totally don't understand a woman. So I can't make a woman be the kind of woman I envision as a man. I only can look for certain qualities that I'm looking for in that woman, and hopefully that is compatible, and we build from there. That's that. Going back to what John said, and I said this to Vic the other day. John, you my man. And I always say sometimes John, he'll joke around and then he'll get to the main thing, his questions, and he be on point. And that's when sometimes I get on him with that, because you on point with a lot of your questions. The point you made, John, and I don't want to speak for you, but I do understand when you say, instead of jumping around with 5 different women, you would rather have that one quality woman. You didn't use the word quality, but I understand when you would have that one quality woman. But sometimes we don't have that one quality woman. And sometimes us dealing with 5 different women, I hate to use that number, but since you put that out there, so we're getting something. We're not looking for a commitment, so we're getting something from each woman. And when we're getting something from each woman that's fulfilling, because sometimes they can't give everything that we want, just like us men can't give you women everything that you want.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it depends on where you at in life, John. If you want to run around and not making a commitment, that's one thing. But if you're looking for a commitment, then, then you're looking for that more of that one-on-one kind of relationship. But I've dealt with numerous women and enjoyed that. Some I'm telling you, I'm being real. Some was intimate, some wasn't. Some I just enjoyed to walk through the park or go to the movie and just converse with. I enjoyed that, and I got something out of that through our friendship or situationship. It was where I was at in my life. But once I got that person, that one-on-one person, oh my God, baby, that feeling exemplified those 5 women all together, because I got something I never felt before. And when I got that, it was nourishing. My soul, my spirit, my mind, my body was being nourished, and I was willing to give that back, and we was growing together.
And I think, to touch on what you said, and I don't think a lot of people heard what you said, is that you said that you're not intimate with everybody.
No.
And that's
Right.
that's the thing, dealing with a bunch of women, that don't necessarily mean I'm sleeping with
Exactly.
every single one of them.
That's
There are some women, I know I have 2 women, maybe 3 in my corner that I know that pray for me at least once a week. I know this. And I'm not saying that I would, tell. Well, I guess I just told it now, but I would never sit here and tell, going into a relationship and tell a woman like, listen, I'd really have people praying for me. 3 of them might be women.
But are those? Nah.
I mean, I'm not sleeping with them, but that's a relationship or a dealing with that I have. We're dealing, but we're not dealing on that sexual level. There is going to be, if this woman is praying for me, she may, put her hand on my head or, some more weird shit like that. But I'm just saying, like, there's going to be some touching, there's going to be some crying, emotions, hugs, all that other crazy shit. But we're not sexually involved. So that relationship and that dealing with right there, I could not tell my woman, this is what you're doing, because the first thing, well, I can do all that. No, you can't. Because this woman's in a position, in a place for a reason.
Exactly. And let me just say this real quick, and I don't want to get emotional on this. We have to play our part. And, my oldest daughter, I can say it now because the surprise is over. She flew down here to be with her cousin, who was honestly spending her birthday almost like by herself. Her mom's passed from sickle cell, and then her aunt, which was my wife, passed from sickle cell. And so my daughter came down. And one of the things that I feel so good is that me and their mother, my 2 daughters, Fatia and Rakaya, that we wasn't perfect, but we were great examples of instilling love in them. And the example that we leave in the conversations that I have with my daughter, and they're not perfect, but we gave them a foundation. A lot of questions that they have questions about men. My youngest daughter is in a consistent relationship. My oldest daughter, she's had her little bumps here and there, but she hasn't been in a lot of relationships. But the questions they have it's not as numerous questions because they've had a foundation and not only was told, they experienced what that kind of love and that sacrifice and that building and what a one-on-one relationship looked like. You understand? And they also saw us interacting with other people and how we interacted and how their moms wasn't that jealous person unless somebody crossed that line. So I feel so good. That's why I said I don't want to get emotional because it's not. I've lived majority of my life. I don't care if I live another 30 or 40 years. I say the quality of my life, not quantity, but quality. And I instill something. It's about passing that baton on, and hopefully by doing that, they can be great examples and get with somebody, and they can build on with their children and my grandchildren. That's what it's about, y'all. But sometimes we get so caught up and so selfish. I ain't doing that. I don't need a man. I don't need this. And you don't realize that we're stunning our legacy, our life, because we're not willing to try to be better and try to live a better life.
That's good. Thank you for Ting.
Mr. Wisdom.
Right. And look at here. Look who's in the comments. Tim Johnson, one of my least favorite people.
Child, that comment, child.
He says, nah, it's good to have one main woman and a couple side chicks. It helps keep all the arguments down. I have complete peace in every relationship because of all my side chicks. They help relationships be successful. And once again, I can't stand him.
Is he? So is he telling the truth?
I don't know.
He could be.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but if you just again, a lot of you women not gonna tolerate this, so I don't want to make this into a terrible conversation. But I'm telling you, sometime when you got a one-on-one woman and that woman knows that there's another woman interested in you, even though you may not show interest, she gonna be on her game. She gonna be on her game, and so when he made that comment. I had to really look at it. It's not about having these side chicks, but I do understand what you're saying. Sometimes, because it's vice versa. If I knew a man was interested in and I got a good woman, I'm gonna step my game up. I'm stepping my game up, even though I'm supposed to do that. Sometimes we get lax in a relationship. We get
complacent.
Right, exactly.
And that's what I was going to say. We do get comfortable. I always say comfortable. We get comfortable inside a relationship and we don't do the things that we used to do to keep the spice going. But at the same time, what about the woman that is doing all this stuff? What about the woman that is keeping the relationship spicy? But at the same time, he's still tiptoe out. Then what? You're
Spicy
doing
to who?
She's doing the things that she did to keep him.
Good question, Veronica. So
what are we doing now?
So good question. And this is where the truth, and this is where I put this on the table before. He's not content with one. And y'all are not content with that answer. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be content with that answer.
I got it, but that's the problem. But you asked the question, I'll give you the answer.
Yeah, and I get that. We're not going to accept.
Mr. 14.
We're not going to accept the fact that you stepping out on us when we're doing everything that we think that we supposed to be doing at home.
Right.
We are, and the main things that the women say. Yeah, I cook, I clean, I do this, I do. But it goes beyond like take care of the kids. We're making doctor's appointments. We're going grocery shopping. We're booking flights. We're doing all this stuff to keep the family together. But at the same time, you still find a way to tiptoe.
But you just said you said like this, and now not Veronica. I love what you said. This is why I said we have to have these conversations. You said the woman thinks she at home doing everything that she thinks, but what does he think?
That's why it needs to be communicated.
That's right. Because today I stopped 3 women in Barnes and Noble. They all look young. They all look like kids, and I had to stop them because I said to them, what motivates y'all to get out there? They had books, and how many times do I see our sisters, again, you got a lot on your plate. So sometimes you don't get a chance to read. But when do you get a chance to nourish your mind? When do you get a chance to nourish your spirit? You understand? When do you cut that television off and the reality shows off? You understand? And pick up a book and nourish your mind. So when I spoke to those women today, I thought they were, I asked them, what was their age? I asked them all three. I said, well, if y'all don't mind, please, what's your age? You know what the middle one told me? She said, I'm the mother. I was floored. She said, I'm the mother. And when she said, I'm the mother, and she said, we all read together. I said, sister, I said, people come into this bookstore, but I don't see us a lot in this bookstore buying books the way that y'all are buying books today. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of times you think it's house cleaning, this, that, and the other. It's other things that substance that we're looking for in a woman, just like there's other things in substance that you're looking for in a man. It's more than just the physical. Yeah, those things are important. But what are you doing to nourish your mind, which helps nourish my mind?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Got
gotta
it.
have that. Coach.
What's up? I think you know some people need to make sure they pouring into the right thing. You know, you can pour in like he said, like what you're saying. You pouring into these kids and you talking about doctor's appointments. Shit, I don't even make my own. So,
That's what I'm saying. She's making a doctor's appointment for the family.
but that ain't sexy. Ain't nothing sexy about that. You know, it's not. You got to understand that. Learn me in order for me to learn you. If we're going to go into this situation, there, like he said, if I meet a woman in Barnes and Noble and she's an avid reader, then my black ass need to pick up a book and at least stimulate her mind with a book. Or there are things, that I think once we get together, we lose each other. You know what I'm saying? Women say, you got to date me. Well, you know what? I was about to say the other word.
Yeah.
Date me too.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
agree with
thing,
that.
though.
Yeah.
I agree
That's
with
the
that.
thing. We it's when we get in a relationship, that shit is one sided.
Some. Yeah.
No, it's one sided.
lot.
Not all.
Go
Can I
ahead.
finish? You said not all, but it's one sided because I know what you think I'm thinking. I'm saying, but just let me finish. It's either one sided that they cater to the female all the time, or it's one side they cater to the male. When people been together 20 and 30 years, and you look at it, it might look like it's getting catered to this, but one person is getting more than the other. I don't think there's no 50-50 when it comes. Even if it's 51-49, one is getting more than the other.
And majority of the time, it's the woman.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's.
I think so. I think a lot of times we as women, we don't give the men a lot of credit. We don't date.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah, like true. Like I feel like we depend on men to date us.
Yeah.
And to keep things going.
So I had a conversation with somebody about this same, crazy shit. I send flowers to your job, your birthday, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, President's Day, all that shit that I cater to you, not to say I need something on my birthday or Father's Day, but I open doors, I pay for dinner, I do all this shit, and of some lunch, that's leftovers. I don't think y'all realize that I'm gonna pack his lunch. Motherfucker, them leftovers. This the shit that you was gonna throw away, but you put in my bag, and that's showing me that you appreciate me by giving me some shit that normally we would throw away. That ain't no appreciation.
That's one appreciation because I'm
That's not
fixing your lunch for you. So that's
I
little
can feed
things.
I can feed myself.
Yeah, but I packed it for you, so you wouldn't have to take the time to pack
But
your
I'm saying I
lunch.
can still do that. The good morning text. Why I got to text you first? Shit, we both get up at the same time. If I leave home first, why I got to come find you to kiss you? Why can't you come kiss me? Why? It's so many things that.
Because you said I had to brush my teeth first.
That is true.
I'm glad you laughed because I'm trying to hold back these tears in my eyes because, so many people take things for granted,
Oof.
and I hear again, I'm not beating up on women, but I'm just giving an example from a man perspective. I hear some women, I'm not going to do this. I ain't making this. I ain't making that. And it just makes me think about my late wife for the sacrifice that she went through the sickle cell pain, and she still pushed herself through to get up and make cream of wheat for these girls unless she couldn't do it. And then I'll do it. You understand? It was teamwork. This was teamwork. Even if I had to be a little late for work, it's teamwork. The see her push through, and then the sacrifice, and then have to go in the hospital. Then I pick up the slack. You understand the things that she would do at home, and then we had a village because we had family and we had friends that also chipped in to help me raise those girls while I worked 2 jobs and take care of her. And a lot of people say what I'm not willing to do, and she wished she could have their health. She's not here now, but she wished she could have their health. And I got to sit back and hear some women say, I ain't doing this, or some men that say they ain't doing it. I was pleased to do, and it hurt to see my kids heartbreak when their moms couldn't walk, and I got to help her to the car because they know that their life is going to be upset now because they got to go stay with somebody because that. But this woman continued to push through and live her life like that, and we work together. And some of the women out here and men are bullshitting and taking each other for granted and not putting their priorities in the proper place. Y'all are full of crap. Y'all need to look yourself in the mirror. You don't realize what you have or you don't have it. You understand? So
I mean, that's a fact. You know,
That's true.
everybody takes, acts of gratitude, differently. In a situation like that, you looked at, just the smallest things as something that, she couldn't physically do. And how you feel is, bro, I salute her, any day of the week, especially when you were physically sick.
right.
Yeah.
But you
Still trying to.
you healthy heifers.
Thank you for
Listen, you healthy heifers. Y'all,
You healthy niggas.
yeah, y'all need to come back to reality and start catering to the leader, the king. Y'all love to praise us on the book, but when we sitting out there in the table, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's a different story. If we got the same love that you supposedly give us on Facebook and that we can get at the house,
Yeah.
shit, it wouldn't be no divorces. It wouldn't be no damn cheating. It wouldn't be none of that shit. It wouldn't be. Because I don't feel like y'all honor us like y'all say y'all do. Some.
Thank you.
But y'all, when I say y'all don't honor us, I'm speaking to the ones that don't do it. I didn't single y'all out, but they do say a hit dog a holler.
No, a hit dog is gonna say what y'all be saying. Don't say all.
I didn't say all. I said y'all. I was speaking in as if I'm speaking to the women, the ones that come out there and put stuff out there on social media. I said y'all. I didn't even look this way. I said y'all. So I was speaking to them.
Unfortunately, Vic,
Right,
all
Cheryl.
means you all.
Right.
So if you
All y'all.
So let's no. Let's look up the definition of y'all in
Everyone.
It means you all is abbreviated.
It means you all.
that. But I'm speaking to the ones.
Right.
Once again,
Right. I know what you are.
that fall up in that subcategory. So all of them.
Right.
Let me say that.
And I do get it. There are, like Cheryl said, there is a lot of people that may front for the book.
Front for the book, front for reality TV, front just fronting. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And Fatine, my heart goes out to you.
Oh,
because,
thank you. I just, it just was you just
Yeah.
appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just appreciate what you don't have no more, and no matter what bumps or whatever, and you know more of the personal. But at the end of the day, I love when I see folks that are moving in that light. It warms my heart.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because love is a beautiful thing. And like you said, there's a lot of people out here that take their significant others for granted. And then when it's no longer, it's no more, then they looking all sad and crazy in the face because that person that was, holding it down, now is no longer.
So since we playing on words, you say love is a beautiful thing. Mutual love is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Love is a beautiful thing. Mutual love is a much better thing.
There you go. There
You
you
know,
go.
it is. It's just a much better thing. You know, if anybody is on my timeline, you'll see in the night I'll be putting out the music, the love videos. I think that I love to cater to those that are lovers that take the time to cater to someone else. I put a sensual roller skating video out there because I just think that we get so caught up with the hustle and the bustle. We see so many negative things out here that life is. We look for some type of enjoyment. You understand what I'm saying? And especially if you got somebody that's special in your life, you want to enjoy one another. And sometimes you get caught up. Vic, you work hard, bro. And you cannot cater every day, but if you have that special one in your life, you're gonna make sure at times that some of their
Yeah, I'm with you.
you
I'm
know
with
what I'm
you.
saying? Some of their wants
Yeah,
it's taken care of.
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right, man. I tell you this. I mean, it's only one person to make me cry on Valentine's Day, and that motherfucker bought me something to the job when I wasn't expecting.
Oh yeah.
Them damn $60, $70 damn socks. You know what I'm saying? That was really special. Shouts out to her. Um, but Cheryl, you and the other lady that was asked that question. I guess I answered. So I dated somebody that was in the clergy one time. So yes, I do know that those type of relationships happen. I would be cool with it. So yeah.
I missed the comment.
Yeah, it was
know.
way. I made sure that it
Go
was
back
way
to it.
that it was way up there before y'all seen it. So yeah, go ahead.
I agree with you, Miss Mary.
Can I ask you a question?
Me?
Yeah, both of you. Destiny
Huh?
and
Yeah.
yeah. So 3 years ago,
3.
three years ago, I didn't know you, Destiny, and I knew you. You would. I'm asking. Let me twofold question. 3 years ago, would you consider yourself at that particular time a good catch? That you were a good catch for a man, but now you've probably seen growth now and see that you're a better catch. Do you see where sometimes this discrepancy comes into play where we think we're good, but we're not where we are at? At the moment, we think we're good, but we're still not quite where we need to be. How do you deal with that in a sense of looking back and saying, you know what? I thought I was there, but again, if you choose to, if you may not feel that, you may say, well, I'm the same person. I've got better in certain things, but
Um, I can honestly say that there's definitely a lot of growth on my part. I'm definitely a different person than I was 3 years ago. I don't know if you guys can tell
I can see it.
because
But I didn't want to say it. I want to hear what you. How do you
yeah.
feel?
Yeah, I definitely feel that there's growth. There's things that I've done 3 years ago that I wouldn't think about doing today. As far as um, when it comes to relationships, like certain things I may say to him, and I know it may hurt his feelings, or not doing certain things that I should have done. If we're talking about relationships, right? I mean, outside relationships, I can get into that as well. But I would definitely move different in a relation. And I can definitely move different inside a relationship than I did 3 years ago, because I've definitely grown, and I've grown from my previous relationship. You go through things and you learn from them, and it's up to us to take what we learn into the new relationship. But yeah, I'm definitely I definitely see growth in myself.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah. I'm not the Destiny that was here 3 years ago at all.
But would you consider yourself
I'm
three
a
years
catch
ago
now.
a good catch back
No,
then?
then I was not a good catch because I was still dealing with trauma. I was still dealing with pain. It was a lot of things that I wouldn't admit to myself about myself then that the past 3 years I have worked through. I have done the work on me to be a better person. And I'm not done. Every day I'm working to be better. But Destiny today versus Destiny in 2021, two completely different people.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different people. Like, there are days where I don't recognize myself now. because of all the growth I've endured in that time. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, dang, who is this person? Because, you know, in the moment, you think you're the ish. You know, you think you know it all. You think, but hindsight is a beautiful thing because you look back and you're like, dang, well, I thought I had this right. I had that right. And, you know, you learn and you grow. Every day you should be
You learn and
growing.
you grow.
So,
That's right.
Hindsight is
And
2020.
yeah,
yep.
and Destiny and I do talk a lot about that. The growth. Definitely on her side of things, we talk about that.
Same question to you then.
Mm.
Answer your own question.
Wow. Well, okay.
3 years ago, 2021.
Hmm. I'm a better person today. I figure I think I was a good catch back then, 3 years ago, but I'm a better person today because of my experiences, and I've experienced something that I've never experienced before, losing a loved one, and then have to reflect back and now realize that I've lost something that I may never ever get again
Mm.
from a person
Mm.
in that kind of way.
Yeah.
Um,
Coach.
I really think, to be honest with you, I was a better person back then because honestly, I was kept. I was in a relationship. I was engaged at the time, and I was a kept man.
Mm.
Now I'm out here. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? I'm living my life the way I want to live it, which may not be that attracting to
Mm.
some women, but when I was in a relationship, shit, bro, you know, you probably fought them off too. You got the scent of a woman on you, and you kept man, going to the doctor, haircut all the time and shit. Motherfuckers want you. So yeah, I think
I came
honestly,
home with
You think
lipstick
you
on
was
my
better
pants. What
then?
I can tell.
Oh,
I
God.
think I was better back then now because I had structure.
Yeah.
Now it's just I do what the fuck I want to do at what
Seeing
time,
weenie pics.
when I do it, whatever I want. I mean, I still had weenie pics then, but I was only sending them to one person. But now the motherfuckers is flying out of here like, you know what I'm
But
saying?
would you want that back though? You,
Um,
Mm.
eventually, yes, but not now.
mm.
Yeah, yeah. I need to do some more chilling.
That's what they call it these days.
Hoeing.
Yeah.
I know.
Gardening.
I
I,
used the word I want.
yeah. Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cause peace is hard to do. Once I am at peace right now
Yeah.
with what I got going on, and I don't want nobody disturbing that right now.
I know our time is short, so I won't be long. One of the, I don't want to use the word worst things, but one of the more challenging and hurtful things emotionally now is that, and this is what I say to you, I didn't know you 3 years ago. I've seen you change physically, but I've seen you change emotionally. I can't say spiritually because I don't really get you there, but I've seen you emotionally. And I feel that. I talk about energy.
Mm-hmm.
We see pretty, us men, we see attractive women every day. We see one there, right, we think, "God, God," and then we see another one. We're going to see that. But when I feel your energy
Mm-hmm.
and I'm drawn to that, that is one of the most painful things for me because I crave that. We all crave the physical, but the physical can change. You understand what I'm saying? And there's going to be another one that tops that one. But when you feel their emotion and it's genuine and it hits you here and it radiates and warms you, that's dangerous because I feel that at times.
Mm.
And that's where I'm at. I see a lot of beautiful women, and yeah, I'm attracted to it. But when your spirit hits me,
Mm.
now it's a different thing. And I seem like I'm smitten and I'm challenging that because sometimes I want to pursue it, but maybe it's not for me to pursue because the situation is not right on their end. But I'm
But how
telling
would
you,
you
it's
know
it's.
though? How would you know?
I mean, if I know they're in a relationship or whatever,
Yeah.
but if they're not, and if I feel it, I'm going for it. I'm
Yeah.
going for it. And I had to have this talk with my daughters because a year, April 6th, would be a year on the passing of my wife. So I want to give them chance as well. I have to live my life. And my younger daughter
Yeah.
said, Daddy, I can't live your life. You understand? So I don't worry about things I have no control over.
Yeah.
My older daughter, she had a little, she we talked and she feels a certain way. And I'm glad that she expressed that. But she also agreed, I have to live my life
Yeah.
because they have to live their life.
Right. Mm. Well, Fatine, thank you so much for being so honest tonight. Like you really
Yes.
went to a place where you you don't really go often on the show when you talk about your wife. So yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much. And we still pray for you and hope that you find peace. You know
I
that
appreciate
peace
that.
that you need.
Thank you.
Coach, you good?
Oh
Not the
yeah.
PIEC. I know you going. The PEACE. Or both.
Well,
Oh yeah.
we're
Or both.
definitely gonna wrap.
No, we ain't doing none of that.
Thank you to the young lady. We got to do final thoughts. Y'all, final thoughts on the letter. We'll start with Destiny here. Final thoughts on the letter. So
Yeah, sweetie. It's gonna hurt, but you may have to move on from that friendship. Like she betrayed you, and trust is something that sometimes we easily give out. That isn't like what's his name? Sammy. Sammy
this is
said,
Sammy.
Mrs. Sammy said, we'll give trust, and people don't have to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to allow people to earn that trust. And once it's broken, I mean, if you want to pursue it, it's going to take time. If you want to, because you said your kids are asking about her or whatever. If you want to pursue that, it's going to take time. But right now, I think you need to just stay away and give yourself room to feel, heal, and deal.
I feel heal and deal. Okay. Let me just say this. Let me just say this, and again, a happy early birthday to you, my sis.
Thank you.
The answer, sis, I'm talking to you, my sis. The answer is in the mirror when you look at yourself. The answer is within the mirror. Is who you are. If you are similar to your girlfriend, might as well be friends with her because y'all are cut from the same cloth. If you are not that woman and you're moving away from that type of lifestyle or don't want that lifestyle, then it may be the emotional connection, but you let it go. But the answer is within you. Coming to us is one thing, to hear it, the answer is you because you know who you are. If you are that woman, might as well be friends with her because that's who you are. But if that's not you, then, and if that man wasn't you and you let him go, then you let her go.
All right, Coach.
Um, honestly, first of all, we burying my Uncle Eric Mays this
Oh,
weekend.
I didn't know that, man. My
Yeah, so they
condolences and
back.
prayers, man.
Y'all know who Eric Mays is?
Oh,
The Flint City Councilman, first ward.
No, I didn't know.
Mr. Point of Order.
Mm.
Mr. Point of, yeah, y'all need to look up Eric Mays.
mm.
Look up Eric Mays and on YouTube. Fatine, you'd love him. Um, but to the lady that wrote the letter, ma'am, you got the playbook on what not to do now. That's my take on it. You know you cannot 100% trust the people who you think you supposed to trust, and you just basically need to move different. Miss Lois, like I said last week, I'm gonna lead you to protect you from me from you, and you from the world, ma'am. You're gonna have to protect your man from himself sometimes, and protect him from your friends. So, even though you should not do that or shouldn't have to, but sometimes as a man we need protection from ourselves. So, you didn't put your man in a situation, but in a sense you didn't not put him in that situation. So yeah, Tom, he told me my condolences. Yeah, that is not my uncle. Everybody, just look up Eric Mays. Y'all just look up Eric Mays on YouTube, and I'm telling you, I've been watching
He's
Eric
off the
Mays
chain.
for 3-4 years. I honestly sat through a entire 3 hour and 50-minute Flint Council meeting on YouTube watching it just to
He
hear
is
this
a
man
mess.
speak. So no, that's not my but your turn, Veronica.
Thank you, Coach. Yes, to the young lady that wrote the letter. First of all, thank you so much for writing the letter, and we hope that you can find some type of peace when it comes to your friend. 12 years is not a short period of time to be friends with someone, and especially if they're rolling the way she said that they was rolling. So hopefully you can find a way where you all can be cordial.
Cordial.
I know I be all over my
Cordial.
words. Yes. So
Just say it country and you'll be fine.
listen,
Cordial.
I be wanting to so bad, but people be judging.
You country.
uh,
This is who you are. Don't never be ashamed of who you are.
Thank you, Fatine. Thank you so much.
Say number.
But no, I will not.
Channel.
But you know what? It be
Subscribe to the YouTube
all
boy.
friends. It be your
Subscribe
own
to the
friends,
YouTube boy.
Whatever. But thank you so much. But seriously though, friendships, mean a lot to some people. Some people don't cherish their friendships. If she did cherish what you all had, she wouldn't have been in that position, with your ex-boyfriend or whatever. But take this as a lesson learned. It's gonna hurt, like I said at the beginning of the show, being friends with someone for a long period of time, whether it's 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, 12 years that you've been in, if it's a friendship that means something to you, and then it comes down to the point where you all are not friends any longer, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna take a moment to get over that pain. But you can do it. Just pray. If it's meant to be, it'll come back to you. I always say that if something and I use the example back to Victor and Fatine and I, we had something to go down between us, but it was meant to be, and here we are back together. Again, we was one day we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a show about us. No. Maybe one day. But
As long as everybody ready for that.
But I'm just saying, if it's meant to be, it'll come back together. So don't beat yourself up too much, because she was wrong for doing what she was doing, and so was he. So take that as a lesson learned. Thank you so much to Tristan for the comment that you said. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And to all of you for commenting tonight. Tyrone, would you like to show the people your face in the camera? You Tyrone, he's like, I'm good.
Veronica.
Tyrone, thank you so much for sitting in with us, Tyrone. We appreciate you, and you're gonna have a seat at the table when one day when you're ready. Yes,
Veronica, you can't have that sweet potato pie. Your mom said. Your sister says you can't touch that lipstick. What does that do to you? Because it makes you more. It makes you crave more to get that sweet potato pie. It makes you crave to try that lipstick on. You understand? And when it craves that, when they say you don't supposed to touch that man or that woman, you tend to crave. You tend to sometimes you tend to crave something that is taboo.
Print, bro. It's the print.
No.
They see that print. That's exactly.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That's a topic for another day.
It's the print.
That don't wait a minute, Destiny. That print don't make you curious.
Say what now?
Oh, you had to think about it.
Let's ride.
That's right. I ain't got nothing.
Good night.
She heard what we said.
She's damn right. She was thinking about it. That's the
Damn right.
problem.
Don't make me stand up. I gotta use the bathroom too. Motherfucker poking right now.
Ew.
There you go gagging again. What are you gagging on?
She gagged earlier tonight, but nobody caught it.
Thank y'all so much for watching this show tonight. We appreciate each and one of you. Thank you for your comments. And once again, please head over to YouTube, to our channel, and subscribe to our channel.
Slip that in there. There you
as
go.
well. Okay, I try to say it kind of fast so y'all won't catch it. But yeah, please support us over there as well. We appreciate all the love here on Facebook. 20K. I think we're at 21K now, if I'm not mistaken. Followers. Thank y'all so much. Have a great night. Until next Tuesday. Make sure you love up on one another, appreciate one another, and if you're in a relationship, make sure you're what's the word you had said earlier, Fatine? Make sure you cherish each other. But you said another word in a relationship. When you was talking about your late wife, we don't appreciate each other.
We don't. I don't remember the word right now,
But yeah, make
Cherish?
sure you. Yeah, I said,
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Yeah, but make sure you love up on one another, guys. Have a great night. We appreciate y'all so much. Until next time.
you say good night and then I come.
Good night.
Buenas noches.